Welcome back to Switches, Tips, and Knobs, where I flip them, twist them, and poke them for my pleasure. Today, I'm going to tell you nothing you probably don't already know. But look at this guitar. That's like my new favorite. It's not like my new favorite. It is my new favorite. I've been looking for this color purple guitar with, well, black hardware, but this is black chrome hardware, which is fine. Oh, camera's working. Yeah. Not that you cared, but yeah. Yeah, look at that matching headstock. This color is just... I had a guitar, and Ivan has a guitar that was this color when I was in high school, and it was my favorite guitar ever. And I was young enough that I didn't know what I was doing, and I tightened down the saddle, one of the saddles, a little. Rewind. Man, look at that color. So good. I was so ignorant of Floyd Rose things at the time that I put 13 to 60s and tuned it up to A440. The guitar had some issues, and it was my fault. It deserves so much better. Anyways, when I was intonating it, I tightened down the saddle retention screw. Like, I had it, because of the size of the string, I had it back so far out that when I tightened it down, all of the tension was out on the very end of the feet. And when I get to a certain spot, it sheared them off. And I was too young and dumb at the time to realize or to know that you could just replace a saddle. So I traded the guitar. Traded it for a really sweet bass, so it wasn't like a total loss. But yeah, it was still, man, look at that color. Oh, it's sexy. It just is. That is a royal color if I've ever seen one. And you can see all of my screen reflections and all of that. That's delicious. Ebony fretboard, bound ebony fretboard, piranha tooth inlays. Oh, it's a Jackson, in case I didn't tell you. It's a 2018, 2019 Pro Series SL2. It is a made in Indonesia model. It's got TB6 SH6. They're basically both a Duncan distortion. The only information listing I could find on it said it was a Duncan distortion mayhem set. I'm not really a huge fan of Duncan distortions. These are kind of growing on me, and they may not be growing on me so much as it is that I just am so in love with the guitar. Of course, it's a gloss finish, so it's a fingerprint magnet, and I'm kind of an oily guy, so gross, I guess. I just realized how much finger oil was all over that right there. Totally forgot what I was saying. Moving on. I'm going to use this guitar today to talk about one of my favorite plugins, which is the Audio Assault amp locker. I've talked about it before, but they recently released a few new things. They may not be new things, but they've got an emulation of Digitech drop pedal that we're going to mess with, and Eminence Karnivore IRs that we're going to mess with. So, without being the most boring dude on the internet, let's get started. That will work perfectly. Thank you very much. I'm an idiot. So, I don't know what that's going to record to, but here is my Audio Assault amp locker Mr. Shawl setting. Of course, you can see my settings here, and I'm running the emulation of a Fortin 33. Can never go wrong with that. I am currently using a different IR of a Karnivore mixed with a UK V30 from Glenfricker. Yeah, so just as a reference tone, I guess, should probably hit the record button. I think it's pretty good. You might not like it. That's totally up to you. But with where that is, let's compare that to the new IR pack from Audio Assault. This is the Karnivore in a Mesa oversized. Let's match that so it's even with SM57s. Lost a lot of low end there. I like to have my high pass around 80, low pass around 8K. Takes a lot of that harsh fizz out, and some of that really flub low end. I do not like flub. And these are very sensitive and touchy, so it's kind of hard to get them exactly right, but you get in the ballpark, then you get rid of those two. Still quite touchy, or should I say harsh. I like to use, was it the 421? Pretty sure it was 421 on that one, and this guy on this one. It's a 57V, 57M. I don't know what the difference is between those. See, that's a little mellower. Okay, let's move to the Marshall. It says Mr. Shawl, but we know what it's supposed to be. I kind of like those better. Okay. And you can change the microphone and speaker placement on all of these. It's part of their 3D cab thing that they do, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And the prices on this stuff is cheap compared to so many others. The IR pack for these Karnivores from Christian Cole is $50. Yes, I know you get quite a few IRs. That's irrelevant because this pack was only $5. And the emulated drop pedal also only $5. I bought the Mr. Shawl amp pack from them, which is based on a Marshall modded series 2203 something, not exactly sure. but it's what we're playing through right now, and it was only $15. If you'd got that from any other company that's doing plugins or IRs or anything like that, that would have been $100 easy. 15 bucks. So all of this right here, I've spent $25. So for somebody who doesn't have the money to go out and buy a drop pedal for $240, or $4,000 for a modded 2203, or all that, you can do all this digitally here, 25 bucks. Yes, I know a Mac is going to run you $1,000. Interface and quality monitors, another $250, $300. But like, if that's all the money you got and you're looking to record things rather than just make a lot of loud noise, boom, there you go. Those are kind of harsh. This is supposed to be like an Ingle cab. Of course, you can probably tell from the logos there. And this is a Zilla cab. Yeah, so I like the Marshall and the Zilla cab better. Let's go back to the Marshall cab. Yeah, those are my favorite, hands down. Not too harsh, dark, but you still get pretty good. Still get pretty good retained high end, without it being scratchy and harsh. Harsh, harsh, harshity, harsh, harsh, harsh. Yeah, so with those, let's add in the dropped. And I think what I liked was the 5th one down. It's a little bit of some sort of like an envelope filter going on there. I'm not sure why. Or a slicer, maybe, like a Boss slicer. It's kind of a weird noise, but it's $5. I mean, I guess we should go all the way down, see what that octave setting sounds like. has the mix knob. It's not amazing. It is functional and does its job. The latency is quite a bit slower than the actual drop pedal. The drop pedal's latency, the further down you go, the more latency you experience. The same is true with this, but you're actually going through quite a few more channels using it this way than the actual drop pedal. If you have the money, you would get a better result running a drop pedal in line between your guitar and your interface. You're still going to have weird digital artifact kind of things because you're running analog into digital. Which that could be argued, I guess, because it could be guitar into digital. Regardless, it's still, you still end up with, it was a bug, you still end up with digital artifacts at some point when you're messing with all of this. And latency is going to be there no matter what, unless you're running straight analog rig on stage. If you have anything digital at any point, it's going to create latency. There's no getting around it. But I do think that what Audio Assault is doing with these is amazing. Like, this is, I don't even know what to say other than it's amazing. Because what they're doing for people, especially on a budget, you can get awesome plugins with IRs. I mean, they have tons and tons and tons of IRs. You get, it's 4 full cabs, and you have all of the different mic placements with their 3D cab simulation. You can move the microphones around and change it as if you were micing up a real cab for $5. $5. That's the amazing part. No, it's not neural DSP. Yes, it has a little more of latency or artifacts than neural DSP. But I'm talking about $5 versus $150, I think. I think the last time I did the conversion euro to US dollar, their latest plugins were close to 150, 160 after tax. $5. I don't understand how Audio Assault is not getting more attention online. That being said, look at this color.